Kamaljeet Singh Bakshi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to stand and support the final stages of Policing Cost Recovery Amendment Bill. Mr. Speaker, the purpose of the bill is to amend Policing Act 2008. At present, the Policing Act does not explicitly enable police to charge user for its services. This bill amends the Policing Act 2008 to provide police with the ability to recover the cost for providing certain services. Mr. Speaker, here I would like to acknowledge the New Zealand Police for their services they provide us, and because of them, we feel safe in our homes and in our community. This is important because the work police does is to ensure that the people are safe, and the vetting service is one of those areas where they ensure the people who are working with the vulnerable or children are vetted before they go into that service. Mr. Speaker, this bill is a result of a consultation paper which was released in December 2012, where it attracted 147 submissions, and in detailed consultation was done, and thus this bill was formulated and the provisions were made. During the select committee process, there was a lot of detailed discussions with the members and the submitters, and I would like to acknowledge all the members of the Law and Order Select Committee as well as to the submitters who participated in the process to ensure that this bill is a fine bill and will help the people. Mr. Speaker, some of the police services, such as vetting service, provide direct benefit to the people, and that is why a nominal fee is being proposed to charge for providing the vetting services. Mr. Speaker, the bill also, the Select Committee also clarified on the demand services. What are the demand services? That was not very clear, but in the Select Committee process, we did some work and made it ensure that the demand service is clarified. I would like to point out a few things, that providing a request of an individual or an organization, or directly benefiting a person or an organization, although there may be an indirect benefit to the public as a whole. This was not clear when the bill was introduced, but during the Select Committee process, it was clarified that the demand service should be clarified further so that there is no confusion. Mr. Speaker, as the bill was introduced, the minister had the authority to provide for the exemptions and waivers of the refund of the fees. But in the Select Committee process, as a discussion happened, we felt that the minister should not be the person involved in this exemption process. Rather, the commissioner of the police should be allowed. Once the regulations are made, he should be allowed if there is requirement of the exemption. And it is now clarified that the commissioner of the police, in accordance with the regulations, can provide for exemptions and the waivers of the fees. The provision of this bill also provides that when the cost is to be fixed, the minister should ensure that the stakeholders are consulted before any changes are brought into this regulation. So, Mr. Speaker, the bill is a very closed bill, and there are clear indications what ministers and this commissioner can do, what they cannot do, and I hope this will go a long way. And a minimum charge, as Minister mentioned, the vetting service of $8.50 is a very nominal charge, and we hope that that will help, because there are other regulations which require the vetting should be done for the people who are involved with the vulnerable and the children. With these words, I commend the bill to the House.
Ms. Farfoy.